All right, this was P class number 4, mixing sixes and eights. We did some solo jazz.
We did skates and fishtails. So we talked about how skates, you're gonna put your right foot down. I'm mirroring you right now. And then you're gonna do some chugs, which means your foot's gonna stay on the ground. You're gonna scoot yourself forward so your heel comes off the floor. And we're gonna do 3 of those chugs for each skate. You're gonna stylize it as if you are skating. So you're pushing off your low and then you're coming up. And then you're pushing off your low and then you're coming up. So it looks like this. Then we had fishtails, where you're gonna step back on your right foot, you're gonna bend your leg, stick out your butt, drag that other foot towards you, and then change sides. Drag and change sides. We added a clap. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We had 4 of those. 2 skates and 4 fishtails. The whole thing looked like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 3, 5, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 3, 5, 7. And that was it for solo jazz. Whole routine for this should be in your playlist for this class. So just look down there somewhere and you'll find it.
That's right. And then we went over once again 8 count tuck turns tonight. So talking about how leads, we did this last week, but just to clarify, if you just hold up your hand, your follow's not going to know to do that step. You need to make it happen. So rock, step, triple step, 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 triple step. I just give a little bit more momentum. I really stir that pot to get Jen to do that step. Doesn't have to be ultra fast or a lot, but you do need to actually move that hand.
Something for the follows on this one is that I noticed with a bunch of people actually is that when they got that extra turning juice, they were taking bigger steps away from their lead, like doing a weird thing like that's spinning meant that they had to go farther. It's not more distance, it's just a little faster turn, that's all it is. And then the other thing that we talked about keeping arms right here at your side so they're ready. No matter what's happening, if you need to go back up and over, or if you're turning, this is a good place to be.
One more follow thing. We did talk about just making sure this arm stays nice and neutral. Try not to tilt it too much, or definitely not behind you to hurt your shoulder, but having it right here. If you have it here, when you get that double turn or any move that requires this kind of turning, your arm is going to be connected with the center of your body. Your lead will be able to move your center by moving this piece of you right here. So making sure it's not sort of floppy in the wind.
Or pushing up, or
pushing
pulling
up.
down, anything like that.
Neutral. Then we did a catch. So we did, instead of a 6 count pass by, we caught and made it 8 count. Step, step, triple step, a rock step, triple, a step, step, triple. I did weird there because I don't know why. Let's go over here. Rock, step, triple step, 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 triple. So leads, what you want to think about here is making sure you let your follows get that step, step at the end by kind of staying where you are. So I'm going to let Jen go past me, catch that shoulder, or we talked about you could catch the arm. This feels good too here as long as the follow has a nice frame to catch. Give them that rock step and then redirect them. And then we talked about how now you've got your thing you learned in A-level classes, basic 6 count from closed. You've got basic 6 count, you've got a tuck turn, you've got a pass by, and then back to side by side or closed position. Now we can do it in 8. We could do this one, or we could do a circle. We've got an 8 count tuck turn. We've got an 8 count shoulder catch that we learned tonight. We've got 8 count back to close. We learned maybe last week, maybe the week before. So our goal in class tonight was to put on some music, have you mix those things up. So you're not always doing 6 or always 8, but you're mixing and going between them and practicing those footwork changes. We told follows, always assume it's going to be the 6 count. The 8 count will be the surprise. If you always make it the 6 count, your dancing will just feel nice and easy breezy and flowy, and the momentum change will be led by your leads. You don't need to lead yourself into that.
Right. We talked about how the change you're going to feel because the lead interrupts the second triple step of the 6 count. So just keep that in mind, that that's where the thing is going to happen, that if you're assuming it's a 6, something may happen on that second triple step, either an extension of momentum, a faster turn, a change of direction like that, the side pass where you're catching the back and changing the direction. It's on the second triple step. And that's kind of key to this whole series, is that something's gonna happen in there that changes it into 8.
We added in a little B+ idea, just changing a hand hold, just something different for this 6 count tuck turn. Here, taking this hand, and then here we just did a rock step and did an open turn. You could catch an open, you could catch an closed, whatever it is. So for that, it's on the rock step, the triple step here, just taking that hand up and over. Talked about it, feels a little better probably for the follow, just give them a rock step and kind of let it go there. You can keep holding on to it if you want. Don't do in the middle though. The in the middle of kind of letting it go somewhere in the first triple step, it doesn't feel as good to follow. It's just kind of letting that rock step happen and release. That's it.
Yeah.
Great job you guys tonight.